Greetings, my YouTube family. Thank you so much for visiting this channel. Today, I have two main parts of this video. The first part, I'm going to give you some updates on this channel that will be forthcoming. And then the second part, I will drill down the major economic data points that were released this week and also next week. Today, I'm recording this video on the 15th of March, 2024. So hang in and make sure that you can uh, check out the video till the end. I will also put some timestamps so that if you want to go to the next aspect, then you can just do that. So thank you so much. And as you know, on this channel, I mostly talk about personal finance and investing. And for those who don't know me, my name is Isaac Jonas. I like to share my experience, particularly in my investment journey in the US and Canadian stock exchanges. I've made some mistakes and I continue to make so, but the key thing that I'm learning is to grow my portfolio. I have to make sure that I avoid ruinous mistakes. So over the years, I've seen that the most important thing is to make sure that you learn from your mistakes, you manage your risk, and you focus on things that you only understand, because it's very easy to lose money because investing is very risky. So in terms of the first aspect, I'm going to be releasing only 2 videos per week, time permitting, but currently I've been releasing 3 videos. So my reason for that is that I'm going to, depending on what will be happening in the stock market in the US and Canada, I will do a market review like I'm doing now. And then the other one, I will possibly do something of interest, maybe reviewing a particular stock or exchange traded fund. Hopefully, if it's helpful, then I will continue to do that. And then that would give me more time to focus on, making sure that I improve the quality of the video, and also to focus on other personal projects that I'm gonna be working on. And now, in terms of the economic data points that were released this week, a lot happened. Core inflation, core CPI, that measures the change in prices, excluding food and energy. It was released and it was 0.4% versus 0.3 that was forecast forecasted by analysts, and then that was the month on month. And then for the core CPI, that is the measure of inflation for the year on year, for February, it was 3.2% versus 3.1 that was forecast. In January, it was 3.1%. So it means it increased. So this is something that is very interesting, because right now analysts and investors, they were expecting that the Federal Open Market Committee, they will possibly consider decreasing interest rates so that the stock market can sort of ease and have a soft landing. But what this means, it kind of complicates things. And the Fed Chair Jerome Powell was in Capitol Hill for a congressional hearing, giving the state of the monetary policy. And the thing that he mentioned was that he did not commit to changing or specifics in terms of the monetary policy. Citing that they want to see the data, and this is the data that is coming through. And what I've seen over the years investing in the stock market in the US and Canada, particularly in the US, is that it's very difficult to forecast. Analysts can forecast, but what I'm learning is that instead of uh, hoping and harping on one situation, I want to be prepared for all situations, right? To say, if they decrease the interest rates, what is going to be the potential interest rates? And if the market drops, what am I going to do, right? Because the goal for me, I want to buy low and sell high for my investment portfolio. So what it means, if there is a market correction, like right now, the market in the US, it dropped. What it means is that, it's a correction. Whether it's going to drop further or to go up, I don't know. And I don't even, think of trying to estimate that. But I want to focus on things that I can control, the businesses that I invest in, and also the exchange traded funds or other securities that I invest in. Like right now, I've been holding a bit more cash, to say if there's a potential correction, then I may add some more shares on some specific companies that I understand very well, and other exchange traded funds that track the S&P 500 index. And now, in terms of the specific meeting on March 20, the Federal Open Market, they are going to give economic projections and also give an economic statement. And also, currently, the interest rates, they are at 5.5%. So the decision is going to be made. And finally, culminating on the press statement on March 20. So it's a very important uh, uh, event going on next week. So markets are most likely going to be volatile, right? So that's going to be interesting. And then the last important economic update will be the initial jobless claims, which were reported to be 209,000 versus the 218,000 that were forecast by analysts. And then the manufacturing PMI for March is going to be released. The previous one was 52.2. What it means, if it is more than 50, the reading, it means that that sector will have expanded. So the manufacturing sector, it expanded. The services PMI format is going to be released in February. It was 52.3. So it means the services sector and the manufacturing sector, they've been expanding. So basically, the economy is very robust, is very strong. And then also the last but also important measure is the existing home sales for February will be released, and currently analysts estimate 3.94 million to be that number. So what I am learning in conclusion is that it's hard to focus the market, but then it's very possible to take advantage of if people panic. Let's say the Federal Open Market Committee next week on Wednesday, they say they are going to increase interest rates versus what most analysts are forecasting. What that means is that a they might actually there might be an overreaction in the stock market, and what happens is there might be panic selling. For me, as a long-term focused investor, that's an opportunity to buy only companies and securities that I understand, because investing is very risky. So that's my strategy, and I also try to uh, make sure that I have assets and investments that are not correlated. For example, I've said this on this uh, channel, and what I'm learning as I'm investing is that each time the S&P 500 or the major indices, there's volatility, the market is dropping, the VIX, which measures the volatility, it goes up. So for me, that's another hedge that I do, and potentially it's an opportunity to trade, because every week there are also always economic news, and sometimes what this news may do is that if the market panics, the VIX goes up. So what it means is that the portfolio in that case, if I hold exchange traded funds that track the VIX, like UVXY, as an example, it means it goes up. So that might be an opportunity for arbitrage. Again, this is not investment advice, but it's something that I've observed, and I thought I would just share with you. So I thought I would share this. So in conclusion, the key things for me that I've been doing as an retail investor, and I'm learning, is that I'm keeping a little bit of cash in terms of the market correction, because the semiconductor sector has been going up for the past couple of weeks, but now it has retreated, including Nvidia, Meta, and other companies. They've been dropping. And in China, there might be other companies like Apple and Tesla that are invested there. They might be affected by the bills that is being under review in the US to potentially ban TikTok, right? So those companies that have exposure to that particular geographic region, that might be something. So there are always going to be opportunities in the market if one is patient. So for me, that's the key thing. Keeping some cash to add on shares that I currently hold, and opening other potential positions on individual companies that I might see as undervalued, might be is my game plan. And also just keeping things simple. I have exchange traded funds that track the SPY, for example, which tracks the S&P 500, and if you call it companies like Microsoft as an example that are participating in the artificial intelligence space. And I just repeat the process, right? And that's something that I thought I would just share. And I hope you have a wonderful week. So may the markets be with you. And please make sure that you understand the things that you invest your money in. And if you haven't subscribed on this channel, please consider doing so. Thank you so much, and I look forward to interacting with you. If you have any comments, please drop them on the comment section so that I will be sure to attend them at my earliest convenience. Thank you so much for your support, and bye bye. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye bye.